Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast, everybody. This is episode 23, and we've got another member from that No Sorries Marlavachi mixtape. Today we've got Trap and Jap.
Yo.
How you doing today?
I'm chilling, bro. Just got off work, a little tired.
Hell yeah. What's your trade? What's your day job?
Day job, I'm a barber, and then I own a tattoo shop on Kickcore.
No way.
Yeah.
Is it Ace of Fades? Is that where you
I
work?
work at Ace of Fades.
Nice.
And then the tattoo shop is Zenny.
Oh, that's what
Nice.
talk about that.
Hell
both
yeah.
places.
You an artist there, or do you just work there?
Nah, I just own it. I'm trying to do tattoos, though, to be honest.
That's awesome. Yeah, I see you're tatted up. That's
Yeah.
sick, dude.
I got my fair share in.
Is that like throughout like your whole life, just like here and there? Did you have a phase where you're like, all right, tatted up? Because some people go from no tats to straight up sleeves. You know what I'm saying?
Alright, so when I started out young. I was probably like 14, 15 when I got my first 5 tattoos. But they're ugly as fuck, so.
That's how it goes.
But I mean, after a couple years passed by, like I started going to shops and shit. Then I stopped for a little bit. But once I went up this shop, I probably got like 10 tattoos in a matter of 9 months. Got my whole throat done.
Nice.
Started getting my stomach started. Started to finish up my sleeves. A couple on my face.
Did you have any hesitation, especially with the upper tattoos, like neck and face and stuff, or were you just say, dude, we're doing it?
Damn. I think obviously the hardest commitment was doing the face. But I mean, after a while, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. I already got my fair share of tattoos. I already know what I'm gonna do for my career. So
Yeah, exactly.
kind of just went in for it.
Mm-hmm.
And after my first face tat, I was like, I'll never get it anymore. And then every couple of months, it's just like, maybe like one up here or one inside. Yeah, but I was like 14, 15 when I first started getting tatted. And then past year, I'd say I probably got like 10 tattoos, 12 tattoos maybe. But it kind of works out. I got the shop there, and you can just pull up whenever. Like, yo, man, tap me up real quick.
Yeah, it seems like a cool operation.
Yeah,
Ace of Fades and that tattoo shop seems really cool.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, bro. It kind of runs hand in hand with the whole barbering thing and tattoo shop thing. So like marketing and everything like that for me is kind of easy. It's easy for me to get the people that I need to come in and bring us the business that we need.
Yeah. Do you know what's his name? He goes by Sayajinka or something.
Oh yeah.
Vincent, is that his name?
Yeah. Victor.
Victor, that's his name.
Bro, I got all his paintings all over my shop.
Yeah, dude, he kills it. I've been wanting to have him in here because I'm not like cool with him or anything, but I've just seen him around through like art and stuff like that, and we do similar like Dragon Ball Z type stuff. He seems like a cool guy.
Yeah, he'll pull up, bring me a couple paintings and stuff, whatever, display them at the shop. If someone wants to come through and buy them, we'll sell it. And
hell yeah.
just keep it moving like that.
Do you get his Dragon Ball Z stuff? Or
yeah, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z fan.
Dude,
bro.
yes, so are we.
I know like every episode from beginning to end.
Nice. Did you see the new season or the series, the Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, I'm waiting on the new season to come out. I'm already all caught up, saw the movie.
Yeah, dude, I got the Ultra Instinct Goku grip tape over there.
Okay, I see it.
Yeah, that's
I got my son into it too, bro. My son's 5 and he's like a huge.
Yeah, that's our show when we were kids.
Nice.
He's starting from first couple seasons and all the way up now. Like he's all caught up. He's kind of waiting too.
You said your son?
Yeah.
How old is he?
He'll be 6 in March. He's 5.
Oh, so it's back to school time. How's that going?
He likes it. He said he met a couple friends and stuff like that. He's playing around. He gets to go to school with his older brother. So he's hanging out. He's chilling. He likes it.
Heck yeah. That's cool, dude. All right, let's get into it, man. Let's start. What do you got?
Are you from here? Where are you from?
Originally I was born in Puerto Rico. And then, I've been out here my whole life. I was raised in Florida.
Okay.
I'm 27 now, so.
This area too, like Cape Coral or
Cape Coral, North Fort Myers, kind of floating around.
True. Right on. And then, do you have any siblings? Or?
Yeah, I actually got 3 sisters.
Nice.
I'm
dude.
the youngest out of 3 girls.
Dang. How's that growing up?
I got beat up a couple times growing up, but you know, I got a little bit bigger than them, so they kind of left me alone.
I feel you.
Yeah.
Did you go to school around here then?
Yeah. I went elementary school, middle school, and high school out here. So,
Nice.
high school I went to Island Coast. Then I finished off at some little charter school in North Nicollet. Got my diploma from over there, but yeah, I did it out here.
Do you play any sports out there?
I played 1 year of high school football. After that, I kind of just fucked off, digging around in school, didn't really do much, in and out, not doing my work how I was supposed to and shit.
Yeah.
So.
Were you into music back then too?
Yeah, bro. All through high school, I used to rock with this nigga Skip on the beat. I don't know if you heard of him. He did what's that song called? Oh, Skirt from Kodak.
Oh, okay.
Like he's like one of Kodak's like in-house producers, and I actually started doing it with him. And after a while, he kind of just moved to Miami and started doing his own thing. He took off, bro.
Dang.
did his thing. But I was doing music from like 14 to started messing with the music like when I was like 14. Started really recording when I was like 17, 18. 19 came around. I got in a little bit of trouble and kind of just put it all to an end. So I got myself right. And I just recently picked it back up. Like last 2 years, started recording music and never showed nobody nothing. Just kind of did it for myself. Kind of played with it a little bit. Showed a couple of my homeboys later on. They're like, "Bro, you need to get back into it." I'm just like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Then I seen Sling start to take off of his, and I was like, you know what? I might as well, bro. We all kind of grew up with each other. Me, him, Millie. Mm-hmm. So since they were like 15, I'm a little older than them. I was like 16, 17 when they came around. And since then, bro, we've been cool, and they got me back into the music. I'm really cooking up with the beats. His studio's actually at my shop at Zenix, so it's just like, it's kind of easy. I come in there, you got some free time, keep my head at the door, like, yeah, come in, do something real quick, and that's it.
Has it always been, have you always been rapping? Or did you have any other sort of musical endeavors you were pursuing?
Nah, it was usually just rap.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was rap. If I could be an R&B singer, I'd be singing my ass off.
Right, like one way.
What? If I had one way voice, man, I just wouldn't even be here right now.
Right. So who were some back when you were like 14 and stuff? Who were some of the people you looked up to as
like
artists?
as artists?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a big Lil Wayne fan.
Haha, yeah.
Hey, that's just like Dragon Ball Z. You can put any Lil Wayne song for me, and I know the whole song from beginning to end.
Yeah, that's the master right there. Do you freestyle at all?
Nah, not anymore, man. I used to freestyle when I was in high school, but after a while, I was just kind of let it go, kept sticking to writing, and then plus that big break that I took in between the music, I kind of just haven't practiced enough, you know. Mm-hmm. So freestyle's not really big on me right now.
So when you are making a song, you write most of it. You sit down with pen and paper.
Yeah. So like what I usually do is I'll go into the studio session. Me and Millie will go through a couple beats. We'll pick something out that we both kind of feel, or I really feel, whatever, and kind of play around with like the melodies in a way, like the flow. I'll have him go in the booth or whatever, spit some shit. And if I like the way it sounds, I'll go in there and I'll use the same melodies, but with my own words to it and just kind of start adding on to it. And you know what I mean? So like when I go in there, it's mainly writing, but after we pick like the melodies and the flows and like how we're going to go into the song. So once that's all said and done, I'm like this, writing, or like this now. Cause pen and paper shit out of date now.
Right. All memos in your phone.
Yeah, everything's all in my notepad now.
I bet you come up with stuff at work a lot, like little one-liners or a little something like that, and you just jot it in a little thing in your phone. Or is it mostly just when you're in the studio, you're working on that?
Mainly in the studio, but me and my boy Mario will probably sit in my car sometimes, burn or whatever, and then we just throw some beats on. Like, yo, spit. I'm like, all right, let's see what I can come up with. Just start writing shit down. We came up with a couple of songs like that together in the car. But yeah, mainly the studio. That's kind of like where I just do. Because other than that, I just be too busy going from here to here, dealing with the barbershop, tattoo shop, my kid, just trying to balance everything all together.
Yeah, that's busy.
Yeah, real busy.
You get a lot of sleep?
Sometimes I try. Last couple of nights, we didn't get too much sleep. We with the whole back to school week, I was cutting hair all week, and then we took off to Tampa. Spent the night over in Tampa, got a little hotel out there, hit the casino up.
Nice.
4 hours of sleep here, 4 hours of sleep there. Come back, go back to work, do it all over again.
Oh yeah. How did the barbershop come about?
Like how did I start cutting there?
Yeah.
So around the time when I stopped rapping because I got into all that trouble, I actually started working at Taco Bell, and my sister put me onto that job because she like ran that whole store, like that was her store, I guess. Mm-hmm. And so whatever, I got out, she put me into the job, and after a while, I was like, man, this shit ain't for me. Like I'm used to making money other ways and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Like faster money, like now I'm not used to working paycheck to paycheck like that, so I was just like, yeah, I gotta find something else. And I've been friends with the owner Miguel for like 8 years, 10 years, almost probably somewhere around there, and he's like, yo, why don't you just cut hair? Thought about it, I was like, man, you know what, I'm gonna think about it. 2 weeks later, I quit my job at Taco Bell. I walked into the barbershop and I was like, yo man, draw me like a diagram on how to fade. This man drew me the fucking ugliest picture I ever seen in my life. It looked like Mr. Potato Head with like little lines on it. He's like, yo, follow that. I'm like, I don't even know what the hell that is, bro. So I just went home, started going on YouTube, and started learning how to cut hair on my own. And it's been like 6 years now. 7 years now I've been cutting. It's 6 years that I've been cutting hair now.
So you just taught yourself?
Yeah, kind of self-taught, and then plus picking up like
Yeah.
skills and techniques from the barbershop, and then school obviously and everything like that. So, but pretty much self-taught. All YouTube videos, you can learn anything on YouTube now.
For real.
For real.
You know.
Then what about the tattoo shop? How long ago did that come about as a second grind?
I opened that up. We actually just had our 1 year anniversary, so it's been a year now since I opened that up. I wanted to open up a business, but I kind of wanted to stay away from what I'm already working at, because I kind of figured that like if I open up a barbershop, I'm gonna just get stuck working there, and then I'm not gonna have that vision of like the boss that I want to be, So I kind of figured that I could open up something that's similar to the barbering aspect, the same kind of genre, same style, same marketing and everything like that, and just put my time into that, so that way I can just focus on being a full-time owner than an actual like employee to my own job, because at the end of the day I'd be just back to where I was.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just kind of like testing the waters as far as like on the business aspect and seeing what I could do, like a good challenge. And it's been a year so far, so it's straight.
Damn. Hell yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Are you into anything else besides music, like on the side, like cars or something like that?
Any passions?
I'm into clothes, man.
Clothes?
I like clothes. Yeah, I like fashion.
Yeah.
Fashion's like a big thing for me.
Like shoes too, like Yeezys and stuff like that?
Yeah, I like Yeezys. I'm not like the biggest fan on Yeezys. I'm more of like old school Nike kind of dude. I like Air Maxes. I got the 97s on right now. Yeah, I like 97s are my favorite. 95s, any kind of Air Max really, but 97 and 95s, that's my go-to.
Hell yeah. You know Drew from Atomic Kids?
Yeah, he be pulling up to the shop and everything. He be rocking with Millie and Sling and all that.
Yeah, he came with Sling to this interview.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's cool. He seems cool.
Yeah, he got some nice kicks over there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He be plugged in with that shit.
For real. Yeah. Anything you want to add on that?
You said you're into Dragon Ball Z. Is there any? I mean, you might not get a lot of time to just sit around and watch TV. It sounds like you're a busy man. But are you into any other big things like that?
Like as far as anime?
Or anything,
or
any sort of like shows,
like
anything you're really fucking with.
I mean, I'm big into like the whole martial arts thing. So
Yeah.
like anything that has to do with like a fighting style, like
Oh hell yeah!
like my go-to movies are Kill Bill, IP Man 2. I didn't really care about the third one. All old school Bruce Lee movies. I like My Hero Academia, Bakugo, Seven Deadly Sins are dope. I'm kind of into the anime shit.
Damn, that's tight, dude. That's hell yeah.
I get a lot of shit though, because the only one I haven't really watched is Naruto.
Oh,
Right there.
You never watched it either?
No,
bro. I got
I'm a huge Naruto fan.
For real?
Yeah.
Yo, I got so many people that come up to me like, "Oh, Naruto's better than Dragon Ball Z." It's like, I don't know. I never watched Naruto. They're like, what? How you never watch it? I'm like, dude, I don't know, man. I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z. Once that shit was finished, I was like, I felt like I knew everything.
Yeah, and then there's some people that hate both of them. Some people are like, Naruto and Dragon Ball Z are the trash anime.
Yeah.
But it's like, yo, they're all good.
You can never hate on Dragon Ball Z, man.
For real, it's the classic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially if you watched it since you were young. You know what I mean? That's why I kind of got my son onto it now, so he's a huge fan.
Yeah.
Like he's seen it from Goku as a Jit to Gohan and so he's into that.
And it's weird, dude. As a kid, I always think it's weird how like obviously this stuff's fake and you can't turn Super Saiyan, but like you kind of apply that to your life, you know? Like Goku trains as hard as he can, and it's like so unrealistic the way he does it. But
I can't lie, man. Dragon Ball Z taught me how to fight.
Yeah, dude, and just to train, you know, just like work out and like to be your best and shit like that, you know.
Screaming as loud as you can, thinking that's gonna make you hit harder.
For real. Do you fight at all? Do you train?
No, actually, when I was younger, I did Muay Thai kickboxing for like 4 years over at there's this place called 772 Kick now. It used to be called SDSI, like in Cape Coral off this guy. Mm-hmm. So I did that for a couple years, and after that, it's kind of let it go again. High school days came around, and I was just fucking off doing dumb shit.
How was that though? Like, how was doing that class for 4 years?
It was cool, man. It was cool. Like, I started 5th grade, and I started getting taller than all the kids. So I was in like these junior classes. So I was like maybe 13 when they put me up to adult classes.
Damn.
So it was kind of more of like a challenge for me. I was getting thrown around like nothing and whatever, but I stuck with it for like another 2 years after that, and after a while I was like, I'm done. I don't want to go back. Mm-hmm. Kind of let it go. Started hanging out with my boys and drinking, smoking, skipping school.
Yeah, I feel you.
But 4 years, do you feel like, because I feel like 4 years is enough time to where you learn skills that you'll carry out your whole life? Do you think you learn stuff that if you were in some sort of situation, you could just pull it out?
Yeah, definitely. Maybe if I worked out and actually started doing some cardio, I'd probably get a lot better at it. But right now, I'm out of shape. I'll probably get my ass whipped.
All right, let's get into the music, dude.
All right.
All right.
All right. Yeah. So you had Wasabi and no losses.
Yeah.
How did that come about? Like, I didn't really ask Armani how that came about, but like on your perspective, I'm kind of curious, like, because you had 2 songs on the thing. So
Yeah.
how did that whole project, as far as you know, like?
The first project, Wasabi, that whole song and video actually got shot within 24 hours. Like the moment I left the studio, finished recording it, I hit up Authentic Perspective. He pulled up. We were probably shooting till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Didn't go to sleep at all. I went to work the next day. He uploaded the video, airdropped it to me, and the video was done. You know what I mean? Like the video's been done for a while. We actually just released it this past week. That song, me and Millie Marlavachi, we were chilling in the car and we were just talking about like samples, and I was like, yo, I want to put like a sample on my track, but I kind of want to stick to the whole like Japanese, Chinese, traditional kind of sound. So we started looking up like samples that people use, and one person came up with Tung Lee, and that's on that Wasabi track. So once he put it on, I was like, yo, that's the one. We went to the studio, he started chopping it up and started freestyling something in my head, and I was like, all right, let's go. I went into the studio, dropped the hook, and within like an hour and a half, the whole song was done. Came up with the verses, or the one verse, and just threw it on there. And then, like I said, within 24 hours, that whole video was done, song and everything. And I had it actually sitting in there I had it sitting in my email, or like in the vault, I guess, since April.
Damn.
So, yeah, since April. Yeah. And I was debating. I was like, man, should I drop it? I was talking to the people at the barbershop, like, man, you should just let it go, drop it. Cello, Authentic Perspective, he was telling me, yo, drop it. I'm like, all right, we'll come up with like a little game plan. And a few months later, I was like, this is the perfect time. They were dropping the playlist. Sent me the invite, put it on there, and ran with it like that. A lot of people actually messed with the track though. I was kind of surprised because I'm real I'm real hard on myself with my music. Like I got so much music in my phone alone that I don't even show nobody, because to me personally, I don't like it. But if I show the people, they'll be like, yo, that shit's hard as fuck. Just drop it. I'm like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, that's the artist in you.
Yeah.
And then No Losses, that was like I was talking to Marlavachi and I was like, y'all want to do something more personal. You know what I mean? And I was like, instead of just like the regular bags of money, this and that, cars, and it's like, yo, I want to do something different. So I want to do something more personal. And my boy Adam, No Collateral on IG, he actually collabed with Marlavachi on that beat, and they both were just like, yo, take it. Like, this is you right here. So us 3 sat in the studio, and they kind of helped me find like a little flow to it, a little vibe, and I just kept spitting. I had like a little bit of writer's block on one point where No Collateral actually helped me with one little line. And it's that part where I'm like, I'm a big dog, I'm a different pedigree, my son depends on me. Like, he actually helped me come up with that bar, and I was like, yo, you know what, I'm gonna run with that. And he's like, all right, bet, make sure you give me my credits though. But yeah, those 2 tracks were a lot of fun, bro. Like, I actually just shot a video to No Losses too, and kind of waiting to see when I'm gonna drop that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those 2 tracks, they were a lot of fun, bro. I had a lot of good times, a lot of fun times doing it. You know, linking up with different people, trying to come up with different video ideas and different ideas in the studio, drinking in the studio, just chilling, having fun, just relaxing.
That's what it's all about, dude.
Yeah, it's never really like a hard time or like a hard job to do. It's just, we go in there, we loosen up a little bit, have fun, joke around, whatever comes up, comes up.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you kill it too. Those 2 songs were sick, dude.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You is there nowadays? Is there anyone? Because you've developed your own style to where you have your own sound and stuff, like as every artist does. But are there a group of people that you look up to, whether they're local dudes that you're like, hell yeah, dude, I want to be killing it like them, or even just like on a bigger scale, bigger musicians or rappers, I guess.
I mean, I wouldn't say I look up to anybody as far as like on the music concept. Like, I got a couple of my favorite artists that are just kind of like, I get like somewhat of an inspiration from them, I guess. Like, they kind of put me in the mood to like want to go make music.
Yeah.
And like, granted, I got like my own sound. I don't try to sound like them or whatever. Like, they just kind of give me like the inspiration is on a sense of creativity.
Mm-hmm.
But I listen to a lot of Gunna, Future. Who else I listen to? cool.
Rabbits in the Goo.
Yeah, I gotta think because there's like a wide variety of people that I like listen to.
What about outside of rap? Because I mean, any other like.
To the baby, yeah, the baby goes hard. What were you saying about that?
Outside of rap, like just to inspire you as an artist yourself. Anyone like outside of rap, or groups of people, bands, anything like that?
I don't know. That's kind of hard. Like I feel like I spend a lot of my time like trying to focus on bettering myself. That I kind of put like a block on a lot of other things on the outside.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm real hard on myself, so I kind of see. As far as like motivation, I would say maybe my son. Well, obviously my son, you know what I mean? And that's really like the only motivation I kind of see because he's 5, you know what I mean? I'm trying to give him like the better life that I didn't have. So I wake up every day, go to work, try to grind out and try to get everything I can done just for that, you know what I mean? So I wouldn't say I look up to anybody, but if anything, I like, you know, try my hardest for my son. Like I look out for him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's the main motivation right there.
That's awesome, dude. How much music have you released since you started back again?
I got one song that I dropped on SoundCloud just to see what it would do. It's called Lips, and it's got 70,000 views, 70,000 plays on SoundCloud. For my first one, I was like, let me just see what it does. Played around with it a little bit, started paying for some promotion on IG, trying to get it out there, and everybody was just like, bro, your shit's fire. And after that, I put a whole pause on the music again for a whole year. I was like, you know what, let me go hit the studio up, and I'm going to just try to come up with a lot of content so I can actually get ready to push it out and see what I can do. But I'm real, like I said, I'm real picky. Like I won't drop anything unless I got visuals for it. I won't drop anything on it unless it's like completely mixed mastered, unless like I got like everybody in tune on the same idea. Like, you know, everybody feels about it the same way. Like I won't put anything out that's trash. Because I mean that's kind of a reflection on me. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to just put like whatever out just because it sounds good for the moment. I gotta make sure I got like the concept, you know, the subject to it, everything. I gotta make sure I'm in line with everything. Yeah,
we kind of talk about that a lot with social media. A lot of people try to just get content when like it gets so oversaturated, and if it's not the best stuff, then you kind of get oversaturated as well, you know. But if you just drop the bangers when you have them,
I mean, like dropping a lot of content like that brings you like it brings the views and it brings like the exposure to you. But I mean, one thing I always said was like, why put out so much more music? Like for example, like say I listen to Gunna, for example, right? Say he puts out like a new song every single day. Now at that point, I got nothing to look forward to. Yeah. You know, at that point, just be like, oh look, he dropped another song. You know, double tap, give it a heart, and keep going up. Like I want to give people like that they're actually gonna look forward to and like actually want to like look at it. So oversaturating IGs, oversaturating social media like that with just all that content, like it's pointless unless you do it the right way. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because you can put like a visual out here of like you just doing some funny dumb shit, get a couple laughs out of a couple views, and then put something up about one of your songs or maybe put something up of what you're doing throughout the day. Like you kind of got to keep it balanced.
Yeah, build a brand.
Yeah, you can't really be oversaturated and just new song dropping tomorrow. Or another new song dropping right after, you know what I mean? And then you get mad when you got 2 likes on each one of those posts when you could just save up all that momentum and just put it on the one and get all the views on one play. Yeah, you know what I mean? And
it's hard to do that with art, like whether it's a song or a painting or anything like that. It's hard to do something every as much as you possibly can because sometimes you just don't have the inspiration, you don't have the creative flow, you know, so it's hard to just be dropping stuff every single day.
Yeah, like for me, like I try to keep that momentum up. It's starting to get the hang of it now. It's a little hard just because of the fact that like I don't like everything that I put down, and a lot of people say they like it. It's just I don't like it, so I'd rather just give it some more time, and when my shit drops, it'll be appreciated versus like dropping one good song and the next one be like mediocre. So it's kind of ruins me in a way, you know what I mean? Because people are gonna like my shit, and then eventually they're gonna be like, yo, I'm tired of him. He drops the same shit all the time. Yeah. Or he just sounds the same, or he ain't say nothing in that song, or it's not worth it to me. I'd rather just keep the love the way it is and keep moving like that.
For real. You sound like a very independent dude. You run a business. You got multiple jobs. You're really grinding creatively. Is getting signed to any sort of like label or something a goal of yours, or are you just trying to grind on your own? Because it's very possible to do that nowadays, you know?
I'm trying to go independent, I guess. If I can fund myself and make more money that way, why not?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Instead of like getting a label and having to owe somebody some more money back. You know what I mean? I'd rather just owe myself.
And potentially have your vision compromised. Sometimes the labels really try
Yeah,
to
they change up a lot of that stuff for you and make you dress a specific way, do your hair a certain way, and that's just not me. I carry myself a certain way, and if you don't like it, you don't like it.
For sure.
But I'd rather just market myself.
Oh yeah.
That's tight. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with episode 23, so enjoy the ads in the meantime.
So why trapping in Japan? Or how did that come about?
Oh shit, turn the AC off real quick. Sorry about that, folks.
It was late night at a barbershop one day, and I don't know if you heard these mixes on YouTube called Trapping in Japan. They are Trapping in Paradise, Trapping in Japan. And we were listening to that one night at the barbershop, like after hours. And Miguel, the owner, he's like, bro, we gotta come up with a rap name for you. I'm like, go ahead, bro. Start shooting shit out. And I'm over here just sitting back like, he gonna come up with some dumb ass shit. And he started saying a bunch of dumb shit. And then he's like, nah, let's be real though. I'm like, what's up? He's like, let's name you Trapping in Japan. And Sling was there too. Actually, Sling was the one who was like, oh, we'll name you Trapping in Japan something. And then Miguel was like, nah, nigga, that's trash. Right? Yo, 10 seconds later, Miguel looks at me and Sling was like, we're gonna name you Trapping in Japan. And this nigga Sling was like, bro, you fucking serious? He's like, I just said that. I just said we're gonna name him Trapping in Japan. But I asked Miguel, I was like, yo, why Trapping in Japan? And like, oh, it's more of like on a futuristic thing where like people in Japan have a different culture where they're more like futuristic as far as like animes and like just fashion and shit like that, where they're just always ahead of the game before the States are.
Definitely.
So it was kind of more like on a futuristic aspect as far as like the music, like I'll be ahead of everybody all the time, always.
That's tight.
Like trapping in the future kind of shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty dope after we kind of broke it down and like talked about it, but it was a funny memory because I remember how pissed off Sling got. I was like, are you fucking serious? Bitch, I just said that. Like, you gonna just steal my idea like that?
So it sounds like you're really into the culture, Japanese culture. Is that something you really want to do? Travel to Japan one day?
Me and my girl actually got a plan. We're trying to hit up for like a month-long vacation. We're trying to do like it was Japan, Philippines, and Thailand.
Tight, dude.
Yeah, they're all like in a triangle with each other. So we're thinking about just hitting one spot and then just kind of making our way around. But I'm a big fan of that culture, bro. Like just since I was a kid, watching martial arts movies and.
Hell yeah, man.
You know,
that'd be a dream come true.
Yeah, it would be.
Imagine walking around the city of like Tokyo or whatever. Like I get hyped whenever there's shops around here that have like cool
that
like
kind of look like that.
Yeah, and even those are probably nothing compared to this kind of stuff you see in Tokyo.
I was talking to my video guy, Authentic Perspective. We originally wanted for Wasabi, like we were trying to go to like a Little Tokyo, or is it Little Tokyo? It was. Well, it was Chinatown, New York, but we were talking about going to Little Tokyo in LA. Like, that was like one of our goals. Like, yeah, we should go out there and try to shoot a video. I'm just like, man, I don't know. We're working everything. I don't know how realistic that's going to be, but we could try. But we ended up making it work. Like, we caught a couple good scenes and kind of made it happen. Kind of gave it like that little vibe with the colors in the background and everything like that. So, yeah, it came out good.
Okay. So, was it shot there overall? Or...
What, the video?
Shot? Yeah.
Yo, you know that's one of the biggest questions I get on my IG is like, yo, did you actually shoot that video in Japan? I'm like, yo, unfortunately, nah, bro. Like, that's out here. You know what I mean? Like, that's just kind of like where I'm from. Like, oh, the video's dope, though. Yeah. It's like so many people were like so hyped that they thought it was shot in Japan. I'm just like, nah, bro, sorry. Like,
no, I figured it wasn't, but dude, y'all killed it with that then.
Yo, that man's a beast, bro. Yeah. Authentic Perspective, that man's a beast. Yeah. Like, there's no losses video that we actually just shot. We just wrapped up all the scenes like a week ago, and that's another one that we've been kind of shooting for like another month. For No Losses, I think it's been like a month, 2 months. Yeah, all my projects are like stretched out like that. I actually shot 2 videos in April, and there's one that I'm probably never gonna release. Like I'll even show y'all after this if y'all want to. Whatever. It was called Biscayne. We went out to Miami. We had like the hotel at the Intercontinental in Miami off of Biscayne. We're chilling or whatever. that video didn't go as planned as how I wanted to, but it was still like overall like a good experience. But that man's video editing and scenes, the way he catches everything, like his eyes is on point.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he can make anything look into something crazy.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I was wondering about that because I'd seen on your Instagram like that, and then the release date was at question marks, and I was like looking up on all the shit, like I couldn't find it.
Right? Yeah. We started doing that because I had people hit me up. They're like, "Oh, when are you gonna drop? When are you gonna drop?" I'm like, "I don't know, bro. Like, I personally can't tell you when I'm gonna drop because I don't know when I'm gonna be ready. I don't know if I'm ready now. I don't know if I'm gonna be ready in a couple weeks, a month, a year. Like, I can't tell you, bro. I'm gonna just keep working."
Yeah.
And Authentic Perspective was like, "Bro, I'm gonna just start putting these question marks on your shit since we don't never know when it's gonna drop." I'm like, "All right, cool." And people like that. Like people like it kind of gave people more of like the suspense to it. I guess they're just like, "Yo, when's it gonna drop? That visual look fire. That this and that." I'm gonna keep doing that then. Drop a question mark. I'll let you know when I figure it out.
You said you don't think you're ever gonna drop that one though, Biscayne?
I might drop the song itself, but the video to me just wasn't up to par. Like it was a clean video, but it just wasn't what we wanted.
Yeah.
Like we had like such a big idea for it, and some people couldn't make it. Certain plans didn't work out how they were supposed to, so it was just kind of like, let's see what it looks like with what we got, and if it's good, we'll put it out. But it's a good video, but I just don't know if I'm even put it out there at all. You know what I mean? Back to like that whole trying to make sure my shit's A1 every time I put it out. Like I can't have no fallback.
Definitely, yeah. You gotta just keep moving up.
Yeah.
So you guys got a cool operation over there, like with Authentic Perspective and Marlavachi and all you dudes like working together and stuff. It's really tight. What are some of your like big goals? Do you have any like big like milestones you're reaching for as an artist, or are you just kind of just going, making music, doing you, being creative?
I'm kind of just going with it. I take it kind of serious. I'm big on like the marketing aspect. I try to promote as much as I can, push myself out there. I kind of try to make. I'd rather make like a power play than just kind of like sit back and try to do a bunch of little shit just to get to that position. I kind of like put my ducks in a row, and I think of it more in like a business aspect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's a good move for me? What's, that those are kind of like, I guess the way I see my goals in a way. Like, I don't have like a set goal to be like super rich, super famous, popping by this year. I'm just kind of like putting my money into it and then investing it in the right way. So I'm just kind of building slowly, little by little, with no like actual set goal plan up to like how I want to be it. You know what I mean? Just testing the waters out, see what happens.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sick, actually.
You're a pretty happy dude, huh?
Yeah, I try to be.
What's it like running the tattoo shop? Because that seems like different. Like like Ace of Fades and music and all that. Like I can kind of get where what your grind is there, but with the tattoo shop, what's that workflow like?
It's cool. It's like another little part of my family. I got two guys up there, Dustin and Peter, funny guys, real respectful when it comes to the business and stuff like that. Like they push, they work, they grind. We bump heads every once in a while, but that's what happens in business, you know what I mean? But other than that, like, we solid, bro. Like, they're solid people, they're cool people, and I see them as family. You know what I mean? So.
Hell yeah. Do you handle the marketing of that? Like the marketing and branding of that?
Yeah, I handle all marketing on that. I handle my own marketing on the barbering. I handle all my own marketing when it comes to the music. I handle all my own marketing when it comes to the tattoo shop.
Dude, and you're killing it, dude. With social media and stuff, like it's all in our hands. We can do it.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you're doing a really good job.
Yo, I learned a lot of that stuff from Miguel from Ace of Fades.
Yeah.
Man's a genius, bro. Like he still does some shit that I'm like, how'd you even think about doing that? Or how he just got the algorithm like down pat. So I kind of slowly but surely like picking up all his little tips and techniques. And I'm kind of using it for my own. It works. You know what I mean? It's just hard to balance it. I got 3 pages right now that I'm running off of right now, so it's difficult. Mm-hmm. It's real time consuming, and then after a while, I'm just like, sometimes I'm just like, yo, fuck this IG shit. Like I'm gonna put my phone down for like 2-3 days, but then you look at profile views and you'll drop from like, you'll be up a couple thousand profile views, and then like from that day or 2 that you're done, like you drop another 500 profile views. So that kind of makes a difference because that affects like the music or like your business in a sense of like barbering and tattooing. So it's just really like, it's a lot of time. It's time consuming.
For sure. Are you mainly on social media, or do you also run websites and stuff like that? Like, do you design websites?
No, I don't have any websites. It's mainly social media, mainly Instagram, IG. My Facebook's like whatever. That's kind of more for like family, friends, and stuff like that. And but yeah, IG is mainly like my main source of promotion.
It's crazy what a good marketing tool it is.
Yeah, no, it's crazy because now they got like the whole IGTV thing where you could just post up full videos on there instead of trying to make people go to like different streaming services or whatever. You could be like, yo, just listen to my shit right here, and then just rack up views on that. You know what I mean? It's all the same shit in my eyes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the way you can link stuff, like you can drop a little teaser of a music video on IG and say, hey, link, like click the link in my bio.
Click the link to look at it. Yeah, that's how I got like for Apple, Spotify, and my YouTube. I actually just picked up my YouTube. Like I just started that shit up, so I got like no subscribers, nothing. Like I'm kind of bumming right now, you know. But I know I know eventually after a while it's gonna pick back up. Just gotta keep the promotion going.
And with that mindset, the mindset you have on Instagram, taking that towards YouTube, dude, that's where I feel like like some extra revenue comes in. You know, because YouTube, you can really get some stuff off ads and whatnot.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I'm trying to get more subscribers on my YouTube, trying to push them out that way and stuff like that. But once I seen that whole IGTV thing, I was like, yo, it's kind of like a loophole. You know what I mean? Like, if no one's going to go on my YouTube, they can at least stay on my page and still peep the same video and still rack up views on that, you know?
For sure.
And it's just better on a visionary aspect, you know?
Hell yeah.
So would you say one of your biggest struggles, like, your day-to-day is time management? Because you got a lot going on.
Yeah, yo.
Especially with the family. Like, what you have going on alone. If you were just like you know, you didn't have any kids or anything, that alone would be pretty stressful. But you got a son too. That's a lot.
She be getting on me about that all the time. My time management. Yo, my time management is horrible. Like I don't. That's why I got her though. She helps me out. She's got my schedule and she keeps me in check, bro. That's what I need right now.
Yeah,
because I can't.
Are you the kind of person? Because with all you got going on, it must be hard to like take a day off. You know? Are you like a workaholic type dude where you're always working on something?
Yeah.
Especially with all the Instagram pages, you can always be doing something on Instagram to promote. You know what I mean? Whether it's liking stuff, commenting on stuff, sharing stuff.
Yeah, like she said, I can never stay still. I always got to do something.
Yeah.
I always got to do something, bro. Straight off of work, I'm straight to the tattoo shop. I got to do something else here. You know, always in the mood. Always. As
long as you're doing what you love, though, you know? Like, at least you're not a manager at Taco Bell or some shit like that, you know?
Yeah,
like, that would be crushing to your soul, you know?
Yeah. I was almost down that road.
Yeah.
I was almost down that road, but yeah, time management is my main thing. If I could just figure out how to, like, be more organized and actually put my stuff where it needs to be so I know what to do next or when I got to do it.
Yeah.
I think I'll be able to go a lot farther. But that's just something I'm working on right now.
Yeah.
So once I figure that out, I think I'll be solid.
Do you ever, because I feel this sometimes, whenever you have like a day designated to like, all right, not working today, like do something, do you ever like feel bad for not doing something? Like if you are just like watching TV or whatever, you ever think like, man, I could be doing this right now, I could be doing that right now?
All the time. I hang out with my girl and we watch TV and she's like, why are you moving so much? I'm just not used to sitting down all day, you know? I'm not used to just watching TV all day, whatever. I like it. I'm chilling. I'm relaxing. It's nice to not do nothing, but in my mind, I'm like, damn, did I forget to do something? Oh shit, I gotta do something now.
Yeah.
What is it I gotta do? You know, it's stressful.
Yeah, and even the other day, I had a day where I was like, all right, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna like watch a movie or something, make dinner, just watch a movie. Not gonna work on anything.
Works out like
and then
that.
because I like had the video edited, had the podcast done. I was like, all right. And then I was like, whenever I went to go finally do it, I was thinking, I could be working on stencils right now. I got a couple designs I've been thinking of. I could be working on stencils. I like beat myself up.
Yeah, I mean it's cool though. Like if you're always in the move and stuff like that, as long as you're getting shit done.
Yeah, and as long as you're doing what you love.
Yeah, because if you're moving around constantly doing something, you ain't doing nothing. You're not getting nothing done. You're doing something wrong. So I mean, at least me, like I try to get as much as I can done, or like try to set myself a goal for what needs to be done for the day or for the week, and try to go at it like that. But exhausting.
Yeah, that's a grind for sure. But it sounds like you're making another important part is making time for the ones you love. You know, like if you got a family and a girl or whatever, like making time for them. It sounds like you're doing a good job.
I'm trying. Am I doing a good job? Yeah, I'm doing a good job.
She nods. Hell yeah. You got anything else? I can jump into the last segment if you want. Ask whatever, dude.
Yeah, you could jump into that.
So, one thing we ask all our guests at the end of the episodes, if you don't have any, it's fine, but we always ask people if they have any, like, ghost stories or, like, just unexplainable things that have happened to them that they think about sometimes that they're just like, what the hell was that? I have no explanation. Whether it's like alien type shit, ghost type shit, any sort of paranormal or like whatever, or even just human stuff. Like you met someone and you're just like, what was that dude on? You have any stories like that?
I was at the Dollar Tree. We the barbershop was in North Fort Myers at the time, off of Orange Grove, and this was before we moved locations on Del Prado. And me and Miguel, we was walking around at the Dollar Tree, and we line up, about to pay for shit, and we see some dude come from over behind us, and he was like breathing mad heavy, like, I look back, I'm like, what the fuck? But me and Miguel look at this nigga, we're like, yo, what the hell? He had like foam coming out of his mouth. We're like, yo, that man got rabies or some shit. Like, yo, what the fuck?
That raccoon.
Yeah. It was just weird, bro. But you see a lot of weird people, a lot of weird shit in North Fort Myers. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, for sure.
You see a lot of weird shit. I've seen people fight over beer. I've seen people, it's crazy shit. Yeah, it's crazy.
And then just, I wonder sometimes, like, you'll come across someone at, like, gas station or whatever, and you just wonder, like, yo, I wonder what their life must be like. Because I was skating one time the other day with my roommate. We were down in Fort Myers, and there were these two people that were, like, nearby, like, across the street while we were skating, and we were just kind of ignoring them. And they kept saying something, but I don't know what the hell they were saying because there was like gibberish, and they were like yelling it from across the street. And I'm just like kept doing what I was doing. My friend had headphones; they didn't even hear him. And eventually, the girl walked up to us and was saying something, and I still could not understand her. And she was just like mumbling and like whatever. And then her dude ended up coming up, and they were both kind of mumbling. And every time we wouldn't land it, they'd be like, "Whoa, next time!" And like, dude, they were just on something, and I'm just like, I hope you're all right later today. I hope you get home if you have a home.
There's a lot of weird people out there, man.
For sure.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird people.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
You got anything like that? You ever come across anyone weird?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure I have. Let me
Speak your truth.
I mean, I've seen people do some weird shit, like, just like unexplainable. Like, when we were like 14, we were young, and we were like, it was 4:20 actually, so we were like sitting there smoking, and like, my friend got up and just like he got up and just like walked towards the door, and like I noticed his like taking a while to open it. I'm like, what the fuck? I look, and he's just falling back, and he fell straight back. Luckily there was a clothes basket right there, so I swear his head landed in a clothes basket. It was like some shit off a TV show, and I'm like sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that shit reminds me of this past weekend. We went to Spring River and snuck in beer and shit like that. Had a little bit of weed and shit, so I'm smoking all day, I'm drinking all day. We going down the river. She's sitting in front of the canoe or the kayak, and she's over there paddling, right? And I'm nodding in and out. I'm falling asleep. I'm so high and drunk. I look up and we're going into some bushes, and she's spazzing on me. She's like, "Babe, we going in the fucking bushes. What are you doing? Like paddle." I'm waking up like, man, I am paddling. That's you. You fucking up, not me. So we back out. And go like 10 minutes down the river, she's fucking paddle. Like, I am paddling. Bro, she turned around, and I guess she caught my ass sleeping. I was sleeping like this. I was leaned all the way back. I was sleeping like this, and I had the paddles in my hand, and I'm going like this. Right? And she woke me up, scared the fuck out of me. She's like, really? I'm like, what? And I'm still going like this. She's like, the paddles aren't even in the fucking water, you dumbass. I'm like, damn, nigga. So yeah, I was high as fuck, drunk, thinking I'm paddling, and the shit's above the water, not even in the water. She's crashing in the bushes by herself. I'm passed out. Good times.
Dude, have I ever told the Aldi shit story on the podcast? I don't think I have. That's my craziest story. I mean, it's not that. I don't want to hype it up too much. I haven't told it on the podcast, have I? Okay, so I'm a manager at Aldi grocery store, and I came from a store in Pennsylvania. That's where I started with the company. And there was one night, I always tell the story because it's one thing I just can't explain. We were working, and this newer girl was like cleaning the bathrooms, and I'm in the office like doing the paperwork stuff, and she comes in, she goes, Brian, there's a situation in the women's room, and we had plumbing issues like in this store, so I just thought it like flooded or something, so I'm like, god damn it, alright. And I was like, what's going on? And then she's like, it's best if you just look. And I was like, oh my god, okay. So I get up, walk out there, open the girl's room, she just like points me to the stall, and I walk in there. And in the toilet, it's...
Was it girls' room?
Girls' room, yeah. In the toilet, dude, it was literally this big around, and fucking this long. Like, seriously.
A shit?
Giant. And she's like, and I just start busting out laughing. She thought I was gonna be mad, but I was just laughing, and I was like, what the fuck is that? and she's like, I didn't know what to do. It wouldn't go down. And I'm like, no shit, it won't go down. It's that big. So I was like, dude, it was gross. I ended up having to like scoop it out with cardboard and like fucking, yeah, it was gross. But so many shit stories at that Aldi for real because of the plumbing issues. But so whatever. But I was thinking after that, and I was like, I really can't explain how the hell that came out of a person. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
Yo, you said that big?
Yes, like literally, dude. Literally. Like, I can't, you know, unless they're like a porn star or something. Like, how do they fit that out of there? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's funny.
And the only thing I could think is if it was some sort of prank, because, like, people would do that shit. If they, like, maybe filled like a 2-liter bottle with, like, shit for, because it was shit. Like, smelling it, it was shit. So maybe they, like, filled a 2-liter bottle for, like, a couple of weeks. Just because it was solid, too, dude. Lots of fiber in that shit.
Yeah, too big.
But yeah, I believe in ghosts, but I've never had any ghost stories, but that's the most unexplainable thing that I've experienced.
Never really had like ghost stories like that either.
I feel like it either happens to people all the time or it never happens to them. You know what I mean? There's like certain people that it like is drawn to.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I can't think of any off the top.
It's all good. Yeah, I don't have any either, so it's all good. But before we wrap it up, you wanna say anything?
Yeah, I mean, you got anything you want to plug? Or
yeah, for sure. If you have anything coming up, if you're planning on dropping that video soon, or you know, plug your Instagram or your businesses, anything.
Yeah,
you can talk to that camera.
Yeah, follow me at IG at TrapNJap, TRAPNJAP. Check out my IGTV videos. I got Wasabi out, No Losses, and Wasabi on Spotify and Apple on the No Sorries playlist. And I'll be dropping No Losses most likely the first week of September. Most likely, don't quote me on that yet.
Oh yeah! Thanks for coming out, dude. This was fun.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, dude.
For real. And dude, honestly, like, props on everything you got going on. Like, you're grinding hard.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
All right, everybody. That was episode 23 with Trap and Jap. Thank you so much for watching, or listening. If you listened on podcast, don't forget to, if you liked it, rate 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. If you're listening on there, it really helps out a lot. Subscribe, tell a friend, share that, share it. Everything helps a little bit. Yeah, we've got more guests lined up, more great guests coming soon. So, thanks y'all for tuning in, and yeah, hit them with that outro, Biscuit.
Yeah.